everybody, today we're going to be talking about digital etiquette and teacher duties. I'm Sarah.
I'm Chandler.
I'm Christina.
And I'm Annika.
And I'm Katie.
First, digital etiquette is defined as the electronic standards of conduct or procedure. Basically, this is one of the biggest problems in digital citizenship. One of the main problems is that there's a lack of rule in the digital world. And if one person does it, then so can other people. And that's what a lot of people think about it. One thing that's important is creating rules, but people also must learn how to act properly while online. One of the golden rules is don't say something online that you wouldn't say to someone's face. An inappropriate scenario of digital etiquette is something such as cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is basically when you say mean things online to another person. It's basically just a form of bullying that's online. A scenario would be if a student receives a message online that's harmful or negative and they can become very upset. On the opposite end of that, you could also have a student in your classroom who's being mean to other students online. Both of these scenarios can affect your classroom greatly.
Although there are very inappropriate ways to use digital etiquette, there are also appropriate ways that it can be used. One key thing is to always remember to think before posting anything online or sending any messages. And so to think, it just means, is it true? Is it helpful? Is it inspiring? Is it necessary? Or is it kind? Just something to think about before you post anything. So one appropriate scenario for digital etiquette is if the teacher uses an online discussion board for class, just to discuss the text that they read in their book from the previous night. The teacher would remind the students to think before they post anything on the discussion board, and then the students could post and reply to each other's messages online.
So next one we're going to be talking about our teacher duties and what those are. Now, obviously the main goal of a teacher is to be prepared for all lessons and be ready to teach those lessons. But another huge component of teacher duties is ensuring the safety of all students. It is the teacher's responsibility to ensure the safety of students at all times when they're at school. One of the things that really helps with that is organization. This gives the teacher time to deal with those concerns and to deal with some reporting that may need to happen. Once a teacher is on campus, that teacher is on duty no matter what, even if they're just walking through the parking lot. According to the National Education Association, a teacher shall make reasonable effort to protect the student from conditions harmful to learning or to health and safety, meaning that that's one of the teacher's primary goals is to ensure the safety of all students. So appropriate scenarios of making sure that this happens would be if a teacher notices that one of the ceiling tiles has a growing stain, they might report that to maintenance as a possible leak that needs to be fixed in the ceiling or in the vents. A teacher might also be assigned to bus duty for the week, and they would need to be ready to receive students at bus pickup immediately following the end of school bell. Also, if a student has just confided in the teacher regarding an abusive home life, because the teacher is well organized and time efficient, they will be able to file a report quickly.
Although a teacher does have certain duties, some teachers fail to do those. A scenario is a teacher has someone coming in to observe them, and they do not have lesson plans prepared. Another scenario is a student hits another student, and the teacher fails to discipline or confront the student about their actions. And the last scenario is there is a fire alarm drill in the classroom, and the teacher does not lead the students to follow the school procedures.
All right, now that we've learned some great information, we're going to have a great assessment. So our first question is, what is digital etiquette? Is it A, making the most of your time online, B, the electronic standards of conduct or procedure, C, increasing technological skills, or D, social skills? All right, moving on. Which describes a duty of a teacher? A, it is the responsibility of the teacher to partially watch the class. B, not worrying about organization, there are more important aspects. C, being responsible for students when they are at home. D, it is the responsibility of the teacher to monitor the safety of students, of all students at school. All right, moving on. Even though a cyberbully incident occurred while students were at home, the teacher should ignore it. They aren't technically on duty. Let students figure it out for themselves, investigate the situation, or tell another teacher to investigate the situation. Our last question is, an appropriate way to make a discussion teaching the class about impacts and harms of cyberbullying is involve all students, making sure not to single anyone out who was involved in the incident, talk to only those who are affected by what happened, involve only students you think would be affected, or don't have a discussion at all. If you would like to read some more in your free time, here's our references, and hope you enjoyed our video on etiquette.